Welcome, dear listeners, to a story that unfolds in the dazzling city of Los Angeles, where the sun shines brightly on the surface, but casts long shadows over hidden truths. This is a tale of intrigue, betrayal, and resilience, centered around Alicia Martinez, a woman whose life is upended by the deceit of those closest to her. If you're ready to delve into this intricate narrative, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support means the world, and together, we'll navigate this journey of heartbreak and redemption. In the heart of Los Angeles, where dreams are forged in the heat of ambition, Alicia Martinez lived a life that seemed, on the surface, flawless. At 35, she was a sought-after interior designer, her creations gracing the pages of upscale magazines and the homes of Hollywood's elite. Her work was not just a job, it was her passion. Her days were filled with client meetings and site visits, while her evenings were reserved for her family, her husband, Samuel, and their 16-year-old daughter, Julie. Samuel, a charismatic lawyer, was both her partner and her best friend. Together, they had constructed a life that many envied. A beautiful home filled with laughter, a thriving business, and dreams of a bright future. Julie was the light of their lives, a talented musician with aspirations to attend a prestigious conservatory. She often filled their elegant home with her music, her violin resonating with the same warmth that characterized their family life. Yet, beneath the surface of this picturesque existence, Alicia felt a growing disquiet. Over the past months, Samuel's behavior had shifted. His frequent late nights at the office and vague explanations began to chip away at Alicia's sense of security. The warmth of their connection felt frayed, and late-night whispers of worry began to fill Alicia's thoughts. One fateful evening, while chopping vegetables for dinner, Alicia received a call from Julie, who was at a friend's house. "Mom, is Dad coming to pick me up?" Julie asked, a hint of annoyance in her voice. Alicia's heart sank. "I'm not sure, sweetie. Let me call him." Dialing Samuel's number, she felt a knot tightening in her stomach as it went straight to voicemail. The familiar pang of unease settled in. This was becoming too common, too frequent. When Samuel finally came home that night, his casual demeanor did little to reassure her. "Sorry, I got caught up at work," he said, avoiding her gaze. Alicia felt a knot of suspicion tighten in her chest. "Is everything okay, Samuel? You've been coming home late a lot lately," she pressed, her voice steady but filled with concern. Samuel shrugged, his feigned indifference only deepening her anxiety. "Just a new case. It's demanding." As he walked past her, Alicia's heart whispered that there was more to his story. That night, as she lay awake in bed, she found herself staring at the ceiling, lost in thoughts that spiraled into a storm of doubt. Determined to unveil the truth, Alicia resolved to investigate Samuel's behavior. One afternoon, she left work early, adrenaline coursing through her veins as she drove to his office. The sun cast a warm glow on the bustling streets, but her heart felt heavy with dread. Arriving at the office, she spotted Samuel exiting the building with a woman she didn't recognize. They were laughing, their body language too familiar, too intimate. A sense of betrayal washed over her, sending chills down her spine. Alicia instinctively followed them, her heart racing as they entered a nearby cafe. Hidden behind a potted plant, she watched as they sat closely together, their laughter echoing in the air like daggers. The woman was Dory, a junior associate at Samuel's firm. Alicia's heart sank further as she saw the two of them share an animated conversation, their interactions filled with the kind of chemistry that made her stomach turn. That evening, the tension in their home was palpable. Alicia confronted Samuel, her heart pounding as she fought to maintain her composure. "I saw you today with Dory," she stated, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and hurt. Samuel's reaction was immediate. Guilt flickered across his face. "It's not what you think, Alicia. We're just friends." Alicia's disbelief surged. "Friends? You expect me to believe that?" Samuel sighed, running a hand through his hair, his facade beginning to crack. "I know it looks bad, but I promise it's nothing. Just work-related." Alicia's frustration boiled over. "You've been lying to me. This isn't just about work anymore." Tears brimmed in her eyes, and she turned away, feeling the ground beneath her crumble. Despite Samuel's assurances, Alicia's suspicions morphed into a consuming obsession. She began to notice subtle changes in his behavior, secretive phone calls, hurried texts that he quickly tucked away, and a growing emotional distance between them. One evening, as she sorted through their mail, she stumbled upon a receipt for a hotel room booked in Dory's name. Rage and despair flooded her senses. Clenching the paper, she confronted Samuel once more. "What's this?" she demanded, thrusting the receipt at him. His expression shifted, a mixture of guilt and irritation. Okay, he admitted, his voice deflating. "We've been seeing each other, but it doesn't mean anything." Alicia felt the walls close in around her. Betrayal cut deeper than she could have imagined, and in that moment, she realized that she couldn't allow this to continue. The whirlwind of emotions within her was overwhelming: anger, hurt, and an undeniable sense of betrayal. Yet amidst the chaos, a resolve began to take shape. She knew she couldn't keep living in a lie. It was time to take control of her life. The following day, Alicia sought out Mr. Harris, a trusted family lawyer. They met in his office, where the air was thick with tension. "I need to protect myself and Julie. What are my options?" she stated, her voice steadier than she felt. Mr. Harris listened intently, his brow furrowing in concern. "We'll start with the separation agreement, and then consider divorce. We need to gather evidence to strengthen your case." As she left his office, a flicker of hope ignited within her. For the first time, she felt empowered. She was reclaiming her narrative. With Mr. Harris's guidance, Alicia began to gather evidence meticulously. She accessed their joint bank accounts, discovering a trail of hidden transactions. Money funneled to Dory under vague descriptions. It was like peeling back layers of a deceitful onion, revealing the rot beneath their seemingly perfect life. Alicia's heart raced with each new revelation. She documented everything: emails, receipts, and timestamps, her resolve hardening with every piece of evidence. As she sifted through the deception, Alicia transformed from a passive victim into a determined warrior. She confided in a close friend, Lena, who had always been a pillar of support. Together, they began to strategize. Lena, a fiery spirit with her own history of betrayal, helped Alicia regain her confidence and clarity. After weeks of gathering evidence, Alicia summoned Samuel for one final confrontation, this time at Mr. Harris's office. The atmosphere crackled with tension as she laid out the evidence before him, her heart pounding. Samuel's expression morphed from shock to desperation. "What do you want, Alicia?" he asked, panic edging his voice. "I want a divorce, and I want you to pay for what you've done," Alicia replied, her tone steady and unyielding. His protests fell flat, and Alicia felt a surge of strength within her. This was not just a fight for herself. It was a fight for her dignity, for her daughter, and for the life she deserved. The legal proceedings were grueling. Samuel, backed by a formidable team of high-powered lawyers, fought fiercely to protect his reputation and assets. But Alicia, armed with Mr. Harris's expertise, remained resolute. The courtroom became a battleground. Each session was filled with tension as accusations and counter-accusations flew through the air like arrows. Alicia took the stand, her heart racing, but her resolve unwavering. She recounted the details of her marriage, the love, the shared dreams, and the slow unraveling of their life together. Her testimony resonated with the courtroom, painting a vivid picture of betrayal and loss. The evidence of Samuel's infidelity and financial misconduct was compelling, and Alicia felt a strange sense of power rise within her. As the trial unfolded, the media caught wind of the story, transforming Alicia into a symbol of resilience. The scandal became a topic of conversation across the city, drawing attention from those who had endured similar heartbreaks. As the trial progressed, Samuel's deceit was laid bare for all to see. The public scrutiny was relentless, and his reputation began to crumble. He was no longer the charismatic lawyer with a perfect family. He was a man trapped in his own web of lies. Dory, too, faced the consequences of their affair. With her involvement exposed, she lost her position at the firm, her once promising career derailed. The fallout of their choices echoed beyond the courtroom, touching lives in ways they had never anticipated. In stark contrast, Alicia emerged stronger. With each day, the weight of her past began to lift. She received messages of support from women across the city, who had found inspiration in her story, uniting them in their shared experiences of betrayal and resilience. After the dust settled, Alicia found herself at a crossroads. She had won the legal battle, but the emotional scars ran deep. With Julie's unwavering support, she decided to take a step back from her work to focus on healing. Alicia took a sabbatical, using the time to travel and reflect. She explored hidden gems across California, from the serene beaches of Malibu to the majestic redwoods of Northern California. Each experience was a reminder that life was still beautiful, even amidst heartbreak. During her travels, Alicia discovered a passion for painting. She filled canvases with vibrant colors, pouring her emotions into each stroke, finding solace in the creative process. Art became her therapy, her way of reclaiming her identity. As time passed, Alicia began to reconnect with old friends and form new bonds. She found solace in the support of those who genuinely cared about her, filling her life with laughter and companionship. One evening, as she sat with her friends at a cozy cafe, the atmosphere was warm and inviting. They shared stories, laughter, and a renewed sense of purpose. For the first time in a long while, Alicia felt lighthearted, liberated from the shadows of her past. Her relationship with Julie blossomed. They took weekend trips together, exploring the city and indulging in adventures, rediscovering the joy of mother-daughter bonding. Each moment became a treasured memory, reinforcing the love that anchored their relationship. With a renewed sense of purpose, Alicia decided to start her own design firm. She poured her heart and soul into the venture, drawing on her years of experience and her passion for creativity. The firm became a manifestation of her resilience, a space where she could channel her experiences into beautiful designs. Word spread about her work, and soon, clients flocked to her for her unique vision and compassionate approach. As her business thrived, Alicia found fulfillment in her work, discovering that her creativity was a source of healing. In her journey of empowerment, she also became an advocate for women facing similar situations. She used her platform to raise awareness about the impact of infidelity and offer support to those in need, sharing her story and encouraging others to reclaim their lives. As the sun set on her journey, Alicia reflected on the path she had traveled. The betrayal that once shattered her life had transformed into a catalyst for growth. She had reclaimed her identity, her strength, and her passion for life. Her story became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of standing up for oneself. Through heartbreak and triumph, Alicia emerged not just as a survivor, but as a beacon of hope for others. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the complexities of betrayal, resilience, and the power of forgiveness. Alicia's story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, there is light to be found. If you enjoyed this tale and want to explore more stories of empowerment and redemption, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss an episode, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your support and feedback are what make this adventure possible.